Hi everyone, and welcome to the first video clip in the Managing Uncertainty series. And we're going to start you off by talking about how to accept uncertainty, especially during these difficult times. So this video clip is going to talk about challenging your intolerance to uncertainty. We're going to talk a bit more about what acceptance is. We're going to talk about the benefits of acceptance. Then we're going to talk you through how to accept uncertainty. And then finally, I'm going to provide you with some practical examples of how to do this. So firstly, I want you to challenge your intolerance to uncertainty, because uncertainty can be seen as an attitude towards life. And as a consequence of this attitude, it can make people become worriers. Now, worrying is seen as a way of attempting to predict life so that there are no nasty surprises. And you may believe it's the only strategy to help make things in life more certain. So in essence, worrying reduces your experiences of uncertainty and unpredictability, yes. And because worrying reduces your feelings of uncertainty, you will then continue to worry a little bit more. So it's really important to ask yourself these questions. Has your worrying made anything more certain or more predictable? And does it change the outcome of what will happen? So if your answer is no, then you need to challenge your intolerance to uncertainty and just accept it. And by reducing your need for certainty, you will also reduce the drive for your need to worry. One way in which you can do this is to ask yourself some of these questions. And by asking yourself some of these questions, you're increasing your tolerance to uncertainty, but also questioning your need for certainty in the first place. So as I've said before, once you can challenge your intolerance to uncertainty, it's really important to then just accept it. So now we're going to move on and learn a little bit more around what acceptance is. So as you can see, acceptance equals the fact that you accept something that is happening in the present moment. And that is without pushing it away, so i.e. negative thoughts, without going against it and trying to control it, and without adding another layer of stress or self-blame. So you really are thinking about what's in the present moment, you're opening up and you're focusing on what does matter. And as you can see, there are loads of benefits of acceptance. And these include helping us to be aware of our experiences as it is, rather than how we would like it to be. Acceptance helps us to become better problem solvers, as well as supporting our emotional and physical health. It helps us to assert our control, in that we are choosing our attitude and our actions that we're doing. It frees us from analysis paralysis, meaning that we don't go round in circles, we just accept the reality. And finally, it helps us when facing a challenging situation. So now I'm going to provide you with some simple tips and a process of how to accept uncertainty. And remember, it's really important to let go of your need for certainty and accept that uncertainty is a part of life. And when you're demanding certainty and predictability, our attention is very future focused, as our mind worries to gain certainty. But remember, acceptance is all about focusing on the present moment. So the first part of the process is recognizing or acknowledging when you're feeling the need for certainty and wanting to use worry to achieve this. Tip number 2 is to make the active choice not to respond to that need and instead let go and accept uncertainty by turning your attention to being more presently focused. Tip number 3 is if you are focused on the present, then uncertainty about the future is less likely to bother you. And finally, your mind may drift back to wanting certainty, but just remember to repeat this process again of being aware, not responding, and letting the need for certainty just drift away. And for those of you who like a worksheet, here's a practical example to help you learn how to better accept uncertainty. And so as you can see, there are lots of different questions that you can ask yourself. So for example, if you want to become more self-aware, ask yourself, what do you notice yourself doing when you are needing certainty? There are loads of different exercises and worksheets like this online, so go and have a look to see what meets your needs. Thank you so much for listening to this video clip. I hope you found it really useful and informative, and now have a better understanding of how to accept uncertainty.